very happy to be joining you for this To Love Again Family and Life Conference. So, Aldi, ano bang pag-uusapan natin ngayon?
We're going to talk about love.
Let's talk about love. Bakit favorite natin itong topic na love? Gusto natin malaman, sino ba ang boyfriend ni ganito or girlfriend ni ganito? Sino ba yung bagong kinasal? We're always interested in love. It's always our favorite topic.
In the same way, siguro, karamihan sa atin mahilig manood ng mga K-dramas, always wanting to watch couples who are ready to fight for their loved ones or willing to give up their lives for the people that they love.
Parang alam ko yung tinutukoy mong
Oo
K-drama na yan.
Yung Squid Game. Ay, hindi pala yan. No? And why is love the theme of so many songs and of so many movies?
I think I know why.
Why?
Kasi we are all made for love, di ba? Hindi ba lahat tayo ay napunta dito sa mundong ito through an act of love that was designed by God to bring forth new life, that total self-giving love between husband and wife. All of us are born into a family, and that is the first place where we are meant to experience love. And of course, higit sa lahat, we know that we are made in the image and likeness of God, who is love himself. So there's really something special about love that draws us in. Lahat tayo, we want to be loved and we want to love someone.
So there are different kinds of love. Meron yung love for family, love for God, love for friends, love for humanity as a whole. And there's that spousal love. That is the love between the husband and wife. And that is what we want to focus on today.
Okay, so
Now, if you're married, isipin nyo, mga kaibigan, what song best describes your marriage today?
So siguro for some of the couples here, ang theme song ng marriage nyo ngayon ay I love you more today than yesterday, but not as much as tomorrow.
Siguro naman yung iba, pero sana konti lang, baka ganito yung song nila. You've lost that love and feeling. Whoa, that love and feeling. You've lost that love and feeling. Now it's gone. Gone. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ako, sana naman konti lang yung gano'n ng theme song. Paano naman yung mga single?
Yung single at ready to mingle and hoping to get married in the future.
Shout out to? Wag na.
What song best describes the type of love that you are looking for? Guro ganito yun. 'Cause all of me loves all of you. All your perfect imperfections. All your curves and all... Sorry, nagkahalo-halo na kasi hindi to era ko eh.
Give your
All to me.
I give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. So sige, bago mo mauwi sa concert itong talk na to, let's get to the meat of the matter. So welcome to today's session entitled Love is Labis, Discovering the Beauty of Love in Marriage. And that's what that's what we hope to do in this session, to discover through Amoris Laetitia, the joy of love. Di ba napakaganda ng title na yan? Yung beauty ng spousal love. Pag-uusapan natin ngayong umagang to, ano ba ang kagandahan ng pagmamahalan ng mag-asawa? What is there to be joyful about in marriage? Minsan kasi, nakafocus tayo parati dun sa mga mahirap sa buhay ng mag-asawa, dun sa mga mag-asawang parating nag-aaway o siguro naghihiwalay. Nakakalimutan natin na napakaraming biyaya ang binubuhos ng Panginoon sa mag-asawang pinagbuklod niya sa sakramento ng kasal. So hopefully, for those of you who are married or those who are parents, you will discover or rediscover today the beauty of this sacrament of marriage and this covenant that you entered into. At para naman dun sa mga single or wala pang asawa or mga kabataan nating nanonood ngayon, we hope that this talk will also inspire you to prepare for this special vocation called marriage. So sige, let's talk about what's so special about spousal love and what's so special about the sacrament of marriage that binds man and woman together to become one and to experience a love that is truly labis-labis. So simulan natin. Aldi, ano ba itong tinatawag nating spousal love or conjugal love?
Pinapaalala sa atin ng Amoris Laetitia that after love that unites us to God, conjugal love is the greatest form of friendship. At bakit? Because it possesses itong mga traits na ito, no? Concern for the good of others. Reciprocity, meaning you give and you receive. Intimacy, it can come in the form of the words, the actions, the things that we do to one another. Yung warmth, the stability, and even that resemblance born of a shared life. Pag parati na kayong magkasama, talagang iba na yung nararamdaman natin eh. But, sabi nga sa TV, there's more. The love of husband and wife is something we sure everyone desires about love. And what is that? We want love to last. Gusto natin may forever. Therefore, spousal love is meant to last.
Yes, it is meant to last. Husband and wife really commit, di ba, to each other to share and shape together the whole of married life. Hindi lang yung the first few years, pero hanggang panghabang buhay. Sabi ni Pope Francis sa Amoris Laetitia, lovers do not see the relationship as merely temporary. Those who marry do not expect their excitement to fade. Those who witness the celebration of a loving union, however fragile, trust that it will pass the test of time. Di ba kaya nga, gustong-gusto natin na pag nag-a-attend tayo ng kasal, yung, syempre ang hope natin dun sa kinasal ay magtatagal yung kanilang pagsasama na talagang till death do us part yung kanilang samahan.
At speaking of kasal, di ba sa kasal doon natin naririnig yung vows, no? But remember, itong mga vows na to, itong mga wedding vows na to, these are not mere formalities or traditional formulas that need to happen dahil merong kasal. But rather, it is rooted on the natural inclination of the human person. And that is, when we love someone, we want to be with that person forever. Kahit na, pag nag-fade na yung beauty, no? Or even when there are bad times in your marriage, even when there are more attractive men or women, no, na tayo makikita, our love remains when we see each other as permanent, unrepeatable, and irreplaceable.
Yes. Talaga naman, the amazing thing about marriage is there is a mystery that happens when the man and the woman come before the Lord and the church to express their vows to each other in marriage. Ano ba nangyayari pag sinambit na lang ikinakasal yung kanilang pangako sa bawat isa na mamahalin nila ang bawat isa panghabang buhay? Something happens. They become one. Diba? Marriage makes us one. Sabi nga sa Genesis, di ba? Therefore, a man leaves his father and mother and clings to his wife, and they become one flesh. And this points us to the very first marriage in the Bible, the marriage of Adam and Eve, that they become one. So, ano nangyayari? Saan nanggaling yung pagiging isa nila? It is God that creates that bond that unites them. So it is not it's not anymore just you and me, but it is now we. And that bond is created by God. Kaya natin sinasabi na what God has put together, let no man put asunder. Hindi lang dahil hindi natin dapat paghiwalayan, pero hindi natin kaya dahil Diyos mismo ang gumawa o lumikha ng pagkakaisa ng mag-asawa. But itong maganda dito, Adi, in their being one, husband and wife do not lose who they are.
Yes.
Diba? I am still me.
And I am still me.
Yes, you are still you. But together we become more. Yan. Marriage is meant to make us really a better person. Because ano ba nangyayari? Natututo tayong magmahal. Kahit mahirap, we learn to love genuinely. Not only when it's easy or when it's convenient, but most especially pag dumadaan na yung mga pagsubok ng buhay. Pag minsan nakakainis na yung asawa mo, or naiirita ka sa kanya, or wala kayong pera, or marami kayong pinagdadaan ng problema, parati kayong nag-aaway, that is when we choose to continue to love.
The reality is joy, no? hindi parating labing-labing ang buhay ng mag-asawa. Many times, mahirap talagang magmahal, lalong-lalo na kung puro problema na yung nakikita natin. But we need to grow in loving a person. We need to grow more in love. Sabi nga ni Joy kanina dun sa kanta, no? I love you more today than yesterday, but not as much as tomorrow. Ibig sabihin, palalim ng palalim yung ating pagmamahal. At paano natin gagawin ito? Itong Amoris Laetitia describes us to as the characteristics of love mentioned in St. Paul's letter to the Corinthians. Ito po yung reading na madalas na papakinggan natin kapag nag-attend tayo ng mga weddings.
Sa kasal.
Sa kasal. No? So let us see how this love is described and how this love can be expressed by husbands and wives.
Okay, unang-una na dito yung love is patient. Yan. Slow to anger daw. Does not act on impulse. So kailangan dyan, tanggap natin talaga na ang asawa natin, hindi yan perfecto. Okay? Both of us are imperfect beings. And it's important to really know your spouse and know your spouse's quirks, di ba? Yung mga medyo kakaiba dun sa asawa mo na maaring hindi mo alam nung bago kayo kinasal. Halimbawa, sa amin, alam ko na it took me a while to really accept na si Aldi, meron siya talagang routine sa bawat araw at kailangan niyang sundin yun. Ano man ang mangyari, hanggat maaari, masunod niya yung routine niya yun. Pag weekend, kailangan nakakanap siya. He wants to stick to his schedules. Ayaw niya yung nalilate. So, ako hindi naman ako ganun. So, in the beginning years of our marriage, madalas namin yung pinagtatalunan because I was not always in favor of those things that he wanted to do, but I have learned to accept them and be patient, and he has also learned to be patient with me with my imperfections, and we have learned to compromise with each other. Love is patient.
Love is kind. Sa Amoris Laetitia, ang definition ng kind is at the service of others. So it's not enough that we are patient. It must be accompanied by activity. So lagi tayong handang tumulong, parang Boy Scout, no? Ever ready to be of assistance. Sabi ni Saint Ignatius of Loyola, love is shown more by deeds than by words. So we continue to love even if we're angry, even if we're tired, even if we don't feel like loving.
Yeah, meron akong example ng love is kind sa marriage natin, Aldi. Ito, itong picture na to. Itong love is caring for each other even when you're angry. Yung kaya mo pa rin maging kind kahit na inis ka na or nagagalit ka dun sa asawa mo. At sa totoo lang, ganyan po yung asawa ko. Kahit na naiinis siya sa akin or kahit galit siya sa akin, alam ko, iniisip pa rin niya yung kabutihan ko. Kung may kailangan ako, kahit galit siya, tutulungan pa din niya ako. Love is kind.
Love is generous. It means not seeking our own interest, but the interest of others. Ito nga yung being a gift to others in whatever form and without expecting anything in return. So, mapagbigay ang pag-ibig. And it's not just limited to material needs. Minsan, ang kailangan lang talaga is yung presence natin sa bawat isa, no? And this is sometimes what other people need.
Yes, siguro yung generosity also extends to being mindful of the needs of others,
That's right.
diba? Yung hindi pa nila sinasabi, hindi pa nila hinihingi, gusto mo nang ibigay. So, sorry, ganun din yung asawa ko eh. Hindi pa namin sinasabi kung ano yung kailangan namin. Nauunahan na niya kami at iniisip na niya kung paano yun mapoprovide para sa amin.
Mas magaling yung asawa ko. Mas generous yung asawa ko. Si Joy, ganito naman yung style niya. Especially ngayong pandemic na to, most of the times our kids can get down kasi they can't go out, no? So si Joy would order food for them. So bigla na lang magkakaroon ng chocolate chip cookies, merong chips. Yun yung nagbibigay ligaya sa aming mga anak. But more importantly, Joy is willing to drop everything. I mean, drop everything. Kapag sinabi ng aming mga anak ko, kahit sinabi ko na kailangan namin siya at dahil may dinaramdam kami, she'll be there for us. She'll be present 100%.
Yeah, kasi masarap kayong mahalin.
Thank you.
So next is love is not jealous. Okay? Jealous meaning hindi tayo mainggitin. So pag merong happiness or success yung ating asawa or yung mga kasama sa pamilya or kahit yung ibang tao, we are happy for them. True love values the other person's achievement, sabi dun sa Amoris Laetitia. Kasi we don't see the other person as a threat. So hindi po tayo nagko-competition. Rather, we focus on complementarity. Hindi tayo nagpapagalingan. So dahil mahal ko ang asawa ko, ang mga tagumpay niya, tagumpay ko rin. Yung nakapagpapaligaya sa kanya, nakakapagpaligaya din sa akin yon. So we celebrate each other's achievements. And at the same time, we're also able to point out each other's weaknesses with the intent of helping out. At pag pinapakita sa atin ng asawa natin yung kamalian natin or kahinaan natin, dahil hindi tayo nagko-kompetensya, alam natin na para yun sa ikabubuti natin. So hindi tayo nagagalit. Mahirap yun Mahirap yung hindi ka ma-offend doon sa sinasabi ng asawa mo. Pero when you are sure of his or her good intentions, then you are willing to listen and to accept. So in a marriage, we see each other as partners and not competitors. And so there is no reason to be boastful.
Which is the next one. Love is not boastful. When we love, we refrain from speaking too much about ourselves. No? It's not about us. We're not focused on ourselves, but we need to focus on others. And we should never be the center of attraction. Love is all about humility. Sabi nga ni Joy, it's not about competition. So even in the family, it's not who is the best member of the family. It's not about who's the most intelligent, who's the most powerful, who's the most successful. Sa aming mga anak, merong mga magagaling sa academics, merong magagaling sa music, merong mga magagaling sa arts, merong mga magaling sa sports. But
iba-iba yung talent.
Iba-iba eh. Even amongst us, no? Iba-iba yung aming strengths. No? But never namin ito ipinagmamalaki sa isa't isa. Siguro minsan nagjo-joke lang, but deep inside, we know, deep inside, we know that we are not really boasting about the good that we can do.
Kasi lahat naman yun, mga kaloob lang sa atin ng Diyos. Pinapahiram lang niya yun sa atin.
Tama.
Okay, so love is also not rude. Nako, eto medyo mahirap to.
Rude.
Love is gentle and thoughtful, not impolite or harsh. Okay, so that means it's the very simple things like the way we speak to one another. Okay, we are able to speak words of comfort and encouragement rather than yung parati nating point out yung mga mali. We want to criticize the other person. Kasi it's really very easy to speak rudely to our spouse, lalo na kapag naiinis or nagagalit tayo. And we expect to be excused for our rudeness. Kasi galit ako So I have the right to be rude because I'm angry. And sadly, we see a lot of this kind of verbal abuse happening in many marriages today.
Yes.
When spouses speak hurtful words to one another or minsan you call each other names, minsan naririnig ng ating mga anak. So love means that we hold back those words, that we tame our tongue and offer words of kindness instead. And again, that is very difficult, but it can be done with the grace of God. And not being rude also means na nakikinig tayo dun sa sinasabi ng ating asawa. Na pag nagdidiskusyon tayo, hindi natin iniisip ano ba yung pang-retaliate ko dito sa argument ng asawa ko. Diba? Ang iniisip natin, ano ba yung sinasabi ng asawa ko? And that is part of not being rude.
Love is also not irritable. Ito yung, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng irritable? Ito yung pakiramdam natin na na kapag may ginawang masama sa atin, kahit maliit lang, gusto na nating sumabog, gusto na nating gumanti, or gusto na nating iwasan yung taong yun, avoiding the person. So ito yung normal reactions natin. Pwedeng pag tayo'y naiirita dahil meron ng kahit maliit na bagay na ikinasasama ng loob natin, pwedeng nagdadabog tayo.
Yun.
Or kaya nagwo-walk out tayo. O kaya silent treatment. Pansinin natin yung lahat ng reaction na yun, yung tatlong yun, wala nang further communication that takes place. Because
parang ganyan tayo nung early years ng marriage natin. No?
Hindi totoo yun. Yes, but again, marriage is something which transforms over time. And this is something which we try to avoid. And how do we do that? Kapag naiirita na tayo, pause muna. Pause, kalma. Count 1.
Count 1 to 10.
Hanggang 1 million. Bilang lang tayo ng bilang. Hanggang mawala na siguro yung ikinaiirita natin. Or maybe let's just introspect. Take a look at ourselves, no? At baka weakness ko rin yun Baka na-fault din ako na gano'n Bakit ako kailangan magalit, no? So, love is not irritable.
Yes, and love also knows how to forgive.
Forgive.
Okay, love takes no account of evil and it is not resentful. So iniintindi natin ang kahinaan ng bawat isa imbis na nagtatanim tayo ng galit.
Yung historical.
Oo, yung parang we keep score of lahat ng atraso ng asawa natin sa atin at pag nag-away tayo ay isa-isa nating ididikta sa kanya yon. Okay? And what happens? Resentment leads us to look for more faults. Diba? So, lalong lumalaki at lumalaki yung galit at sama ng loob natin doon sa mahal natin sa buhay. And sometimes we can presume the bad intentions on the part of the other person na pinaghihinalaan natin siya na meron siya talagang, or na sinasadya niya yung ginagawa niya sa atin, na gusto niya talaga tayong saktan. And we start to imagine all of these things. And sometimes, the way to show that you forgive is to ask for forgiveness yourself.
That's right.
Kahit na hindi naman ikaw yung nagsimula ng away, kahit na kasi hindi ikaw yung nagsimula, for sure, meron ka ding contribution na nasaktan mo din yung kalooban ng asawa mo, maybe through what you said or how you reacted to what happened. So let's not be afraid to say, I'm sorry, and to really mean it. Kahit po sa mga anak natin, ako nasanay na ako na kapag alam ko may nasabi ako, may nagawa akong hindi maganda o nakasakit dun sa kalooban ng mga anak namin, kahit na kami pa yung magulang, handa kaming magsabi ng I'm sorry to our children.
Joy, I'm sorry.
Ano ba atrasin mo sa akin?
Practice yan para mamaya pag may ginawa akong kasalanan.
Don't you dare. Delo ka lang.
Love rejoices with others. We celebrate the good of others. We celebrate the abilities and the good works of others. Sabi nga, sa Amoris Laetitia, the family must always be a place when something good happens to one of its members, they know that others will be there to celebrate with them. Di ba masarap yung kapag nagse-celebrate na sama-sama yung buong pamilya. As a family, as our family, we celebrate when there are victories. Ano ba yun? Pag may nag-graduate, kapag may na-promote, or yung mga good performance, or yung, kapag nagluto yung anak namin na lalaki, mahilig magluto yun at masarap talaga. Good job, masarap, kakainin namin. Tapos meron kaming tradition na ginagawa tuwing New Year's when we honor each other. No? As a family, we honor one another. So merong, kung ano, ako muna ang uupo, tapos lahat ng family namin, sasabihin ako nung mga positive things about me.
Affirmation.
Which happened over that past year. And as one who hears those affirmations, all those honorings, parang nakaka-uplift talaga. It's really a sign of rejoicing. And at the same time, we are also able to say the good things about other people. And that binds us and that affirms us of the things that we need to do and encourages us to do those things over and over and over again. And it also makes us realize na, ay, yung mga maliliit na bagay pa lang yun, napapansin nila at natutuwa sila na ginagawa yan. And that is really rejoicing with others.
Yan, yung family honoring night, tradition yan sa Couples for Christ. So, maraming mga pamilya sa CFC yung ginagawa itong tradition of honoring each and every family member.
At hindi lang kailangan once a year, no? All occasions na pwede nyong i-honor ang isa't isa sa family. Gawin nyo.
Yan yung praising and complimenting. Minsan nakakalimutan natin yun eh. Mas magaling tayo mamintas. At punahin yung mga hindi maganda kesa yung mga mabubuti.
Joy, ang ganda mo ngayon.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
So when we are able to love with all of these qualities of being patient, kind, generous, not jealous, not rude, not boastful, not irritable, of being forgiving and rejoicing with others, then our love will be able to bear all things, believe all things, meaning there will really be a relationship of trust between husband and wife and among the other members of the family. We will be able to hope all things, not despair for the future. Alam natin na parating may magandang kinabukasan na inihanda ang Panginoon para sa atin. And we will be able to endure all the different trials of life. Love bears every trial with a positive attitude, sabi ni Pope Francis. Pero hindi pa po tapos doon. There's more. Okay, love is labis pa. Labis pa doon ang kagandahan ng pagkakadisenyo ng Diyos sa pag-ibig ng mag-asawa. There's something really special about love in marriage. And what is it? First is that marriage is the icon or the symbol of God's love for us. Okay? When a man and a woman celebrate the sacrament of marriage, sabi sa Amoris Laetitia, God is mirrored in the couple. He impresses in them His own features and the indelible character of His love. So narinig niyo po ba yun? Para sa mga mag-asawa dito, that means na pag tayo ay kinakasal, parang nakakamukha natin ng Diyos. And that means when others see our love for each other in our marriage, they are meant to be reminded of God. Nagiging salamin tayo ng pag-ibig ng Diyos. Paano po ba nangyari yun? Tandaan natin, our God is a Trinity. Di ba? He is not just one person, but three persons in a perfect, eternal relationship of love. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Sabi nga sa catechism natin, di ba? God is an eternal exchange of love. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Napakaganda nitong Diyos na ating sinasalamin. He is an eternal exchange of love. And how might we imagine that? Siguro we can think about it this way, that the Father pours Himself out and makes a total gift of Himself in love to the Son. And then the Son receives the Father and also pours Himself out and makes a total gift of Himself in love to the Father. And that total self-giving between Father and Son, it is so powerful that it overflows and is another person. And that person is the Holy Spirit. So we can say the Holy Spirit is the bond of love between Father and Son. So Father making a gift of Himself to the Son making a gift of Himself to the Father, and the Holy Spirit being the bond of love between them. Doesn't that look familiar to us, brothers and sisters? Hindi ba't ganoon din ang nakikita natin sa mag-asawa, that the husband makes a total gift of himself to the wife in love? Right? And the wife receives her husband and also makes a total gift of herself to her husband. At yung total self-giving na yon ng mag-asawa, ano po ba nangyayari doon? Pagkaraan ng 9 na buwan, kailangan mo nang bigyan ng pangalan yon. Dahil ito ay isa pang tao, di ba? Kaya ang tawag natin sa ating mga anak ay bunga ng ating pagmamahalan. They are really our love embodied or incarnated. So the love of husband and wife, especially when it is expressed in the marital act where they give themselves totally to each other in a way that can become fruitful and life-giving, mga kapatid, that is meant to be a mirror of the total self-giving love in the Trinity. Kaya sabi sa Amoris Laetitia, the triune God is a communion of love, and the family is its living reflection. We mirror the total self-giving love of God Himself. Ang ganda, di ba?
So aside from that, marriage does not only mirror God's fruitful, total self-giving love, marriage also makes visible Christ's love for His church. Grabe.
Wow.
In the love of husband and wife, we are meant to see how Christ loves us. And how does Christ love us? Question mark? 4 words. Alalahanin po natin to. Christ's love is free. Ibig sabihin, kusang loob niyang ibinigay sa atin. He gave Himself for us not only out of obedience, but because of His own desire, because of His own will. He willingly laid down His life for us. Sabi nga niya, I lay down my life. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down on my own accord. Grabe. Pangalawa, Christ's love is total. He gave everything, His whole self, even His own life. Wala na siyang ipinagkait sa atin. Binigay na hanggang sa last ounce of blood in His body. No? Grabe. Greater love has no man than this, than a man lay down his life for his friends. Christ's love is also faithful. Hindi siya nagbabago. Hindi siya nagmamaliw till the end of time. No? Hanggang sa dulo ng walang hanggan. Even if we ourselves are not faithful to Him, He remains faithful to us always. I am with you always to the close of the age. And lastly, Christ's love is fruitful, meaning life-giving. He came that we may have life and have it more abundantly. So nagbubunga ng buhay. We are now able to enjoy the possibility of having eternal life with Him. So, this free, total, faithful, and fruitful kind of love that the husband and wife are, this is the same love that we pledge to each other in marriage. No? Kung babalikan natin yung ating wedding vows, ito yung sinasabi natin sa ating mga asawa na gagawin natin panghabang buhay. We promise to love each other freely. Ibig sabihin natin, nung sinabi natin ito sa ating mga asawa, no, hindi tayo napilitan. No? We willingly give ourselves to our spouses. Walang shotgun na nakatutok sa likod natin. Sinabi rin natin to nung nagbigay tayo ng ating vows natin that we love our spouses totally. We give everything that we are, everything that we have to each other. Lahat ng aking pros, lahat ng aking good things. Kasama na rin yung mga cons, yung mga bad sides. Lahat ng aking assets. Kasama na rin yung liabilities. Lahat ibinibigay ko. At lahat naman tinatanggap.
Ko rin yun.
Vice versa. Ganun yung pagmamahal na ating pinofess. Sabi rin natin, we will love each other faithfully. Ibig sabihin, panghabang buhay natin, mamahalin ng isa't isa. Kaya nga, till death do us part. Hindi yung hanggang maganda ang aking asawa o hanggang pogi pa ang aking asawa.
Or hanggang kaya ko pang mahalin ikaw.
Walang hangganan. So, minsan kasi tinitingnan natin, ay, iba na itsura ng asawa ko ngayon. Hindi na siya yung dating 36, 24, 36. Ngayon, 36, 36, 36 na. Pero kung titignan ko ang aking asawa,
parang never naman ako naging 36, 24, 36.
Dati raw, sabi ni Joy, kaya niya ako mahal. Ako yung kanyang knight in shining armor. Ngayon daw, shining na lang. Kasi yung noon na lang ang makintab. No?
Di ba, mahal pa rin kita kahit na gano'n.
Pero panghabang buhay, yun po yung pinofess natin.
Faithful.
And lastly, we said that we love each other fruitfully. Meaning, we will allow our love to bring forth new life. In our case, no, hindi lang isang beses, hindi lang 2 beses, 4 na beses nag-bear fruit yung aming pagmamahalan. No? So, when we get married, we are really promising to love each other the way Christ loves us. Ganun po yung ating isipin. Hindi lang po siya vows na kailangan basahin sa ating wedding day.
So, ibig sabihin pala that when we want to know what spousal love is meant to be like, or what spousal love is meant to look like, saan tayo titingin? Titingin tayo kay Jesus on the cross.
Yes.
And that's where we realize that this is how I should love my spouse. I should love my spouse freely, by freely giving myself totally to him. And I will give myself totally everything that I am and have. A love that is ready to sacrifice and be faithful through the difficult times, and a love that is open to new life, allowing the Lord to make our love fruitful. Free, total, faithful, and fruitful. Napakagandang pag-ibig ang binigay sa atin ng Panginoon para yun din ang maging pag-ibig natin para sa isa't isa sa ating pag-aasawa. And if we ask ourselves, isn't this also the kind of love that we long for? Even for those of you who are married, if you ask yourself, what kind of love do I want? Okay? In the person that I will spend the rest of my life with, don't we want a love that is free, total, faithful, and fruitful? A love that is like the love of Christ for us?
Yung God's design for the love of husband and wife is beautiful, but it's a lofty calling. Mahirap siya. But we know that every day is an opportunity to grow into this type of love.
Yes.
Now, we've talked about what love is. Nakita din natin na labis-labis talaga ang pag-ibig na inihanda ng Panginoon para sa ating mga mag-asawa because it is meant to image nothing less than Christ's love for the church. But, meron pa, there's another word that we need to remember when we speak about marriage, and that is lavish. Lavish. Love is lavish. God pours out His grace to those who are married. The truth is, it's difficult to be kind, to be generous, not to be rude, not to be irritable. It's difficult to love freely, totally, faithfully, fruitfully. And God knows that. Because marriage is a sacrament, it gives the husband and wife a special gift, and that is the gift of grace. Grace means God's sharing His own divine life and love to us para makaya natin na magmahal tulad ng pagmamahal niya. The grace of the sacrament of marriage is given not only on our wedding day, but every moment of our married life. Araw-araw, mula nung July 18, 1992 hanggang October 8, 2021, araw-araw natatanggap namin yung grasya ng ating Panginoon. Both in big things and in small things. No? In everything, we express our love for each other as husbands and wives, especially during the challenging times. God pours upon us His grace. Ito yung special gift that we receive in the sacrament of marriage. Hindi ba grasya na kahit may pandemic, tayong lahat ay nandito at nakikinig nitong mga talks? Hindi ba grasya na mas marami na tayong panahon na pwedeng ilaan para sa isa't isa, sa ating mga asawa, sa ating anak, dahil work from home tayo or study dahil online classes sila, no? Hindi ba grasya na parang ngayon mas madali na tayong magpatawad or umunawa sa ating mga asawa? So, for those who are married, we draw upon this grace of sacrament to be able to love like Christ's love, to be patient, to be kind, to be lahat ng sinabi namin kanina. It is always available to us. All we need to do is to receive it. Tanggapin natin. Minsan kasi hindi natin nakikita na bubulag na tayo. Nasa harap na pala natin yung grasya ng ating Panginoon.
And you know, Aldi, as married couples, when we bear this kind of love and when we are able to love our spouse the way Christ loves us, I think more and more young people will start to believe in marriage. Diba? Kasi yung mga kabataan natin, ask yourselves, gusto natin ng forever, di ba? And I think if you see a lot of strong marriages, then you will begin to believe na meron naman pala talagang forever. That marriage is beautiful and that family life is really worth giving up ourselves for. So sa atin pong mga magulang, the way that we love our husband or our wife, that is the best way to teach our children about the beauty of marriage. Na pag nakikita ng ating mga anak kung gaano kadalisay at gaano katatag ang ating pagmamahalan sa isa't isa, yun po ang magtuturo sa kanila ng kahalagahan at kagandahan at ang grasya na natatanggap natin dito sa sakramento ng kasal. Sabi nga ni Father Joel nung first day, di ba? That strong marriages and families really are able to make a powerful statement to those who don't believe in marriage or to those who want to redefine marriage. We preach with our lives the truth and the beauty of marriage. So para dun sa mga single, I hope you will remember, marriage is beautiful. Spousal love is beautiful. And it is more than just the romance or the physical pleasure that is being sold to us today. Labis pa doon, because love is meant to last, just like Christ's love for us. At itong mga panahon na kayo ay single, this is really the time to really prepare ourselves to love in this way. So ngayon pa lang, pwede na nating ma-practice yung paano ba magmahal ng faithful, patient, kind, generous, not rude, and irritable. Kasi hindi naman tayo biglang nagiging ganun pag tayo'y nag-asawa. Okay? We really need to grow in that kind of love. And so if we begin, even when we are young, when we are single, in the way that we love our families, the way that we love our friends and the other people around us, then that will really help to prepare us to love our future spouse the way that Christ loves us.
In today's world where unfortunately many people no longer believe in marriage or no longer think that love is meant to last, let us remember that the love that God gives to the husband and to the wife is not only love is labis, meaning overflowing and abundant, but lavish, coming with the grace to inspire, sustain, and to help us married people love like Christ.
So para sa mga single who might be asking themselves, I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me. Hopefully, today you saw a glimpse of that love and the beauty of that love that you are meant for.
Para naman sa married, tingnan niyo ang inyong asawa at kantahin niyo ito. Bakit labis kitang mahal, yakap mo'y di ko malimutan. Bakit labis kitang mahal, sumpa man, iniibig kita. Joy, bakit ba labis kitang mahal?
Next.
Dahil sa grasyang ibinigay ng Diyos para mahalin kita.
At gayon din naman ako. At labis-labis din po ang aming pasasalamat sa pagkakataong itong naibigay sa amin upang magbahagi sa inyo. Maraming salamat po sa pagsama sa amin ngayong umaga nito. God bless po sa inyo.
Salamat po.
Hindi